Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to fix a rotted and broken CT70 exhaust. So when I built this bike, the chicken coop special here, and I put a Life in 125 in it, when I took the original engine out, the exhaust seemed to be pretty solid. It seemed like it was all in one piece, and I really didn't want to go hacking up the exhaust just yet. But I've been riding this bike, and we've got a problem. Right here at that little fiber insulator piece that's under here, you know, they always absorb moisture, and the pipe always rots right underneath that. And this one's no exception. That's what's happened here. As I was riding it, it got louder and louder, and now the pipe is just completely in two pieces. So we got to take all this apart, and I'm going to go through the steps that I use to fix this and to extend the pipe to fit for the longer Life in 125 engine by using a piece of 1-inch OD with an 063 wall round tubing that you should be able to pick up at most hardware stores, the little steel centers, tractor stores, your local steel shop, that sort of thing. So first of all, let's get this thing taken apart so we can see just what we have here. And there we go. See, we're in two pieces. It just completely rotted and broke in half right there, right behind that little thing right there. I'm not really sure what the name of that is. I always call it a fiber insulator. It's kind of like a heat wrap type of thing. But it holds moisture, and it holds it right around there. So I'm going to, you know what, I didn't grab a screwdriver. I'm going to have to do that. You know what? This shield, I didn't check this shield's not even on here tight. So anyway, we'll get that taken off. We've got to take off the head pipe here. So let me take these two nuts off and get this head pipe off. And then once I've got the two pieces, then we'll go about showing you how we're going to fix it and put it back together. All right, so actually I got a little bit ahead of myself. I don't want to take this head tube off quite yet because I need it to be in place to know where I need to put this tube. So I went ahead and took the shield off of the muffler, and I'm going to put, I've got my piece of tubing here. I'm going to slide it over each end of the exhaust. I'm going to go ahead and put my nut back on here and snug it up so I have the exhaust in the right spot. And this is a really, really good fit, this 1-inch OD 063 wall tubing. Essentially gives you a 7/8 ID, which matches the round tube for the exhaust. I'm sure, you know, with this being a Japanese bike, this was metric, but that works out really well. So once I've got it there, and like what I have, and now by lengthening this out, we're even lined up on this bolt. We can even put the other support bolt in here now. So once I've got that, I'm just going to take my MIG welder. Well, I got to get a good ground. Hang on, let me find a ground here. And I'm going to put a few tacks just to kind of hold it in place. Nice and solid. That's going to line up. Everything looks good. Now I'm going to take it back off, weld this up, and then we'll put it all back together. But I'm going to shut you down while I go ahead and take the exhaust off, and I will meet you guys over at the welding table. All right, and through the magic of video, we've got the exhaust put back on. I got it all welded up. And, you know, I'm not a professional welder, and using a MIG welder, they're not the most beautiful welds in the world. I really wish I knew how to TIG. You know, if you're concerned about aesthetics, you can take it to someone and tack it together and then have them TIG it and make it look really nice if you want. I'm not too concerned about it with this bike. So now that we've added the extra diameter of this pipe, we can still reuse if your fiber piece here is in decent shape, and this one's, I think, good enough that we can reuse it. It's going to go about right there. I'm going to put a couple screws in the shield just to kind of hold it in place so we're not battling it. Well, I was going to. Okay, good enough. And this is about the only thing, other mod you might have to make, because we're a larger diameter and that made the fiber wrap bigger. The bolt that goes in this little bracket right here might not be long enough. I don't think it will be, so I've grabbed a little longer bolt. And I think once you've got it going and draw that up, then you can probably put the original bolt back in it if you want. Yep, sounds like I don't want to cross thread it. We may already have. There it goes. You can draw that down nice and tight. We don't have any wiggle like we had. I'll go ahead and finish putting the shield on. But there you go. That's how I fix a broken pipe on a CT70 right there. I just put a little sleeve. That little sleeve, I forgot to measure it. I think it was about 3.5 inches long. 3 3/4. But once it's on there and you have the shield on, unless someone's really, really looking, they wouldn't have any idea that you've got a fix going on. So, guys, there you go. If you've got a broken exhaust and you want to fix it without spending the money on a new one, that's how I do it. This will work if you have a Lifen or the stock engine. It doesn't matter. It's the same. The fix works the same way. You may have to go with a little bit shorter sleeve if you're going with the stock engine. But appreciate you following along. Got any questions, let me know. Hit the subscribe and like button if you like the video, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.